Hey everybody, I have a motion to open up today's meeting of the Council on Aging. Wonderful. We have a couple excused absences today. We have Christine Frenno, who will be out, Rita Hare, Janet Bruley, and Marilyn Corbin. Okay. And in front of you have the minutes from the meeting that was on November 13th, 2024. If you could go through it, review it, and any questions or concerns, please bring them up. If I could get a motion to accept the minutes of November 13th, 2024 meeting. You're ready.
Move that we accept the minutes.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Patrice, report on bills.
So under our general COA budget, we had phone bill, some office supplies. Under the mini grant that we received from the MCOA on Active Ages for $250, we paid for the line dancing classes. And under the state grant, we got some kitchen supplies for Cassandra, who just started as the cook, and some craft supplies, and I paid for the cell phone for the nanny. We also received a cultural concert grant of $16 million. So
Very
we're very
nice.
excited about that.
Okay, patron statistics, your own.
So I had to pull a lot of statistics from my FinCom meeting last night, and I always get surprised every year, because we look here and there, but to look at them in their total for the year, I was really shocked. So in 2025, the state allowed us to have 1,958 senior residents based on the census that was taken in 2020. So we were awarded $15 per senior, so we received $29,370 in grant funding, which is really nice because that pays for all our exercise programs and such. And the best thing is that our town budget pays for all the employees. So we get to use the grant for the purpose of what they want us to use it for, and not for employees like other centers are doing, which is why they're charging different amounts than we are for things. So as long as we keep getting level funded from the town, we will be able to utilize our grant money for the purpose of exercise classes and other things that happen at the center and for programs. We have a population in 2025 of 2,050. We have 998 60 to 70-year-olds, 70 to 79, 761 of them, and then 80 and above is 291. We had attendance in 2023 of 5,597. 2024 we had 6,335, and as of the first of the year till today, we've had 832 people. So you can see that 832 people in 5 weeks is going to mean our numbers probably next year will be in the 7s or 8s. So we've been increasing pretty much by 800 people per year. Last year we had, 2023 we had 1,190 meals. 2024 we had 1,740. And those are all meals that happen at the center, whether it be our lunch club, our events, Sunshine Club, anything that we serve food at. 2023, we had 2,270 phone calls. In 2024, we had 2,650. Exercise participation in 2023 was 2,147, and in 2024 it was 2,539. In 2024, we welcomed 207 new patrons that had never been to the center before, and since January 1st, we've welcomed 18 new people. So we're seeing a lot of new people at the center, which is nice, and a lot of younger people too. WRTA sent me their stats. They had 598 rides for the year in the town of Douglas. 80 were for shopping, 65 were for medical, and 320 were for rides to work. So they must have some younger people that are going to work that they're transporting. Our bus had 2,092 rides, 300 were for medical appointments. We're already 340 rides in as of today, since January, and 38 of those were for medical. So we're about 10%, 12% for medical. Outreach support in 2023 was 752 clients, in 2024 is 854. So that's a lot of outreach. So our numbers are really continuing to increase, and I spoke at the finance meeting last night. No problems with my budget. I don't see any increase. The only problem that we're having is the parking, the bathrooms, and the space size. So because we had everything now going in the main room, and we have the smaller room, but we have really big card groups, and now we have a dart group.
Mm-hmm.
So the rooms are being utilized over and over again all day long. We're taking down, putting up, taking down, putting up, moving, putting up. So space is a really big issue. Having the small kitchen is a very big issue. So we did buy an air fryer, so that will kind of offset having the one oven. And we use the roasting pans to do stuff for the big meals. So we're pretty well versed from COVID making so many meals in a small kitchen. But it is cumbersome, especially when we're using glassware.
Sure.
So tomorrow we have 52 people for lunch. That's a lot of glassware and a lot of silverware. So a couple hours is just going to be
Dishwashing.
dishwashing.
Yeah. Wow.
But on a positive note, we're recycling a lot, right? So
Mhm.
we're not using plastic cups, we're not using styrofoam cups, we're not really using paper plates, plastic silverware. And that was hundreds and probably thousands of dollars a year if you're
Which you
basing
use
it on.
elsewhere now.
Tomorrow, we would have used probably 70 or 75 cups.
Mhm.
And we would have used, probably 60, 50, 52 plates for lunch and then dessert. So 100, 105. And then all the silverware too. So I'm really excited about we're making a difference green-wise and budget-wise too. So we're not spending the money on that stuff. It's just a little bit more work.
I guess the next thing would be upcoming events.
So tomorrow we are going to have our Valentine's Day party. I did meet with the town administrator on Friday last week because I said I have 65 pounds of turkey in the deep freeze. Should I or should I not take it out so we can defrost over the weekend? And he's like, yep, because you never know with the weather. It could change.
Yeah.
It's going to be what it's going to be. Worst case scenarios, we had to change it maybe to Friday, but we'd still be cooking today regardless. And after talking to the highway superintendent this morning, he said, go for it. They do a really great job on the roads. They'll be sanding our parking lot every hour like they usually do. They'll make sure our ramp is good. It's supposed to turn to rain. And whoever can come can come. I can't change the entertainment because if I do, I can't get them back here again.
No, you can't be
So-
held hostage to the weather.
To a
sometimes.
couple little inches of snow and maybe a little freezing rain at first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
We're not opening the doors until 11:45 purposefully because I have a card group going on and a yoga group going on, and then we're going to switch the room over for the party. A lot of people want to get parking spots because we only have 18. And they'll start coming in at 10:15 or 10:30, and I have to have a chance for the band to be able to set up. They've got cords and wires and amplifiers and everything else. So we're not opening the doors until 11:45.
What is the
And-
capacity here for people?
So the capacity, it depends on what you're doing. If you have tables and chairs, I don't feel confident in having more than 50 people. Like I said, we have 52 because you've got walkers, you've got wheelchairs, you have people on oxygen. We only have the 2 bathrooms. And getting in and out, you know what I mean, it's a lot. So 50 people comfortably. Tomorrow we will do 10 tables, 5 at each table. I will do the same thing for St. Patrick's Day. Last year we stretched it and we went to like 58 or 59 because you don't want to say no to anybody, and these are all Douglas people. So what's happening is we wait list all of the out-of-town people, but now we're actually wait listing Douglas residents too because there's just so many. So, so that's what we feel comfortable with. Depending on what else we're doing, just like the Sunshine Club. If you're doing a line dancing event, you can't have 50 people. You know, because you can only have so much space safely to move stuff before people are tripping over each other. So we're gonna do our movie day next week. We did have a craft class the other day. We offer a free craft every month to offset some of the times that we have Bemis the Awards and pay craft. So we do offer a free craft every month. And so it's been busy.
We have some new stuff for 2025.
Yes, thankfully the cook position has been filled. Cassandra, who was our van driver, had a history or a background in food service and food management, so she has taken on the role as the chef. And Lori and Jane, who were our per diem drivers, are now filling in her spots. So continuity is nice. Everybody knows Cassandra, and they're all loving the food.
Yeah.
And having Jane and Lori step into that position, they've already been filling in, so everybody knows who they are too. So it's worked out really, really well. I hired Sarah Hinman. She's lovely. She works per diem or part-time at UMass. She loves working with seniors. She has a good senior background, and she was really excited about being able to come in and be at the senior center. She led the craft class the other day, and she's doing a lot of our stats and other data entry stuff, so she's a really good fit. Everybody's loving her. And she'll be working up to 15 hours a week as we need her. Big
So you're
events.
fully staffed.
Fully staffed, finally.
Oh,
Finally, it's been a rough couple of years.
yeah.
So finally, fully staffed. So we're training her, and we're very excited about that.
Good.
Oh, we switched over.
Yeah, we jumped around, but that's okay. Did you all set with everything, new classes for 2025?
Yeah, so new classes, we, Lori, who's our van driver, wanted to start Domino's groups. That's been pretty successful. She's got some ladies coming in the afternoons on, is it Thursday, right?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I don't think we're gonna meet today.
Yeah, she had said that, yep.
Okay, she did talk.
We started the line dancing because of the mini grant, so we put out the sign-up sheet. We had 25 people on the first day we put it out. So that being said, we said, okay, we're gonna stop it at 25, only for Douglas residents. And then we'll see what happens, because some people join and then they fall off the bandwagon or whatever. But yesterday I had 20 people in there, so it's still very successful. They
It's fun.
love it. They're having fun, yeah.
I couldn't go yesterday, I have doctors.
Yeah. But they're enjoying that. Darts finally got off underway. That's been fun. It took a little bit to build it, but a couple of couples one day after exercise class decided to go in and just kind of play around. And they were like, "This is tough." And I'm like, "When you get your first bullseye, that's when you get addicted." And Denise, she got her first bullseye, and now her and her husband and another couple, and then we have John, we have Jean. So last week
Yeah,
Lulu
and my
Trench, there's
family
like
come in.
6 or 7 of them now playing
Yeah.
darts. So that took a while to take off, but they're having a ball in there.
All we need is a pool table.
We got no room, but I would love
I know,
one, yes.
that's the thing, no room.
Yes. So I'm excited about the new programs, and very excited because it's welcomed more men into doing things. So the card groups is generally mostly
Yeah, there are
men.
3 women,
Yeah,
there are 3 of us that go.
and the card
Other
groups,
resident.
That's great.
And we laugh the whole year.
they have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the card groups, I think one of them is actually full, this almost case. But yeah, they're having a good time, and we have quite a few more people joining for that too, so that's been good.
Pam, how's the Sunshine Club?
We're doing well. We've got something planned for each of the next several months. In March, we're going to be doing a luau party, and we're going to be serving Hawaiian pizza, and we've got a dance instructor coming in who's going to teach us the hula and a few other things, and then we'll just other kind of dancing. We have a good time. That'll be an early evening event. Then in April, Jean is coming in to talk about the history of Douglas for us, and that'll be an evening event. We're going to serve dinner at 6, like American chop suey, something simple to go out. The idea we wanted to add a dinner to that is to encourage more couples to come, more men. So by offering some food,
Food gets
we're
everybody.
hoping
At a good price, it's a cheap date
right,
night.
Yeah,
cheap
cheap
date
date
night,
night,
right,
yeah,
yeah. And that
Sounds
has
like
worked in
fun.
the past. In May, we have a woman come from a nature rescue thing. It's all about possums. So she's going to come in with a program about possums. And so she should be good. So that's our lineup for the next 3 months. And we can throw anything else in there in between.
Do you have any trips planned at all?
In September, we're taking a trip to England with Colette. That's our international trip coming up. Haven't had a great response to this, but who knows?
They also had a fantastic New Year's party.
Oh, yes, we do. We haven't met since then.
We haven't met since
yeah.
November,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
December and January, we're very
Right,
busy here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a comedian come in, and he was very funny. He was really good. People enjoyed him. And so that was a nice way to start the new year with a
Absolutely.
positive program. Yep.
Well, thank you. Any other business that anyone would like to bring up?
I'd just like to say that Patrice and Jen do a great job with it.
Are you
Everybody.
sure?
Well, unless they're lying to me. But they just make it so welcoming, and I think it's a big part of those two.
Well, when you hear your family, right?
I can tell you this, coming from someone who's been here, how many years, Patrice?
Oh, well,
Myself.
I've been here for 25 and you
Oh
were on
my
the
God,
board when
don't
I was
say that,
hired,
right.
so.
Many years I've been here, and I've seen this place evolve, and it has certainly come a long way. I mean, a real long way since the day I started here. I see a lot of, honestly, a lot of love here. A lot of love for each other, for the residents of Douglas. The programming is excellent. It's really it's a great place, and I think the day you changed it to the social center was the day that just put the icing on the cake. That's what it truly is.
Yes, the ladies that walk at the town hall said, when I was talking to them the other day, how lucky we are to have this place, that they think it's wonderful.
And it's nice because all of our staff, I always say when I'm hiring somebody, you have to have a certain way about you, right? It's a vocation for me, it's not a job. That's how I feel. And the same for Jennifer. So you either love what you do and it shows through, or you just come to work. You know what I mean? But I'm fortunate to really work with a lot of great people too. The town hall staff, exceptional. Every single one of them will help you out. The fire department, the highway department, the water department, the police department. Everybody works so well in this town. I was talking to the assistant chief last night, that it's almost like something that doesn't happen. Like, I don't go into my town hall in Connecticut. A bunch of rude people there. They're like the R&B people. They don't want to be there. But everybody in this town is so helpful, whether it's with my budget or whether it's with questions about the government stuff or, you know what I mean? And the fire and the police and us, we work really well together. We have a meeting tonight with FEMA to go over, and I know the assistant chief is pretty excited about it because we have a really stellar plan. We learned during COVID, you know, like last week, you guys are always updating my sheets for me. We all have emergency books. We know where every vulnerable senior lives. We have emergency information sheets that people have filled out, and we have the residency list from the town clerk. So even when the water main busted a couple weeks ago, I knew exactly who was where and how long the water was going to be out in case we needed to, you know, intervene or bring somebody water or whatever. So it's an exceptional community to work in, and I think it just flows from department to department, and I think that that's very helpful too.
Wonderful.
How is that veterans coffee though?
Nah,
Not so great.
no, so it's hit or miss. Sometimes you can have 6 or 8 of them, sometimes you can have 2. So we changed it to do bi-monthly instead of monthly. And, yeah, so it just depends. And I liked it because we have a lot of information, like Tri-Valley is doing a spring farmers market over at Whittier Farms. So it's like you try to get all that information out. I just received it, so our newsletter is already printed. And it's on like a first come, first served basis, and everybody in this area, for senior center directors, has received it. So I try to put stuff on Dynamic Douglas a lot because there's a lot of followers there. So I do put things like that on Dynamic Douglas and on our Facebook page, hoping that some of the younger veterans will see it because it's a free program for produce for them and their families. You know, so when you have the coffees, you're able to give them a ton of information and say, hey, this is what's out there. There's a lot of programs for veterans now. You know, so.
Isn't there a new store or something up by Dorenzo's on 146?
It's
Anybody
a-
been in there at all?
Oh yeah, it's a food pantry.
Food pantry.
Jennifer. I know she's been in it because her father donates to it. The new Veterans Food Pantry. Can you tell us how exciting it is in there?
Oh, it's massive. It's huge. It's wall-to-wall food. You go in there as a veteran, you show your ID, and you can literally walk out with whatever you want.
Wow.
The quality is
Yeah.
amazing, it's like a BJ's, that's
They
what
can
we're-
help you with clothes, all kinds of necessities.
Nice.
And it's not just food, there's paper products for your home, laundry, soap, everything.
Are they open every day?
I'm not sure.
I have the list out on the
Sure.
board, but they
But
do.
yeah, it's pretty big,
Yeah, that's great.
It's
That's wonderful.
impressive. yeah.
So that's another thing, if somebody needed a ride to go there, we'd be able to do that,
Yeah. You would.
you know, so maybe moving forward in the newsletter in the spring, I'll put it in if you would like to go
Just as a
there.
reminder that it's
Yeah,
available.
it's
I've heard so many
available.
good things about it.
Yeah.
That, you get the word out, it's great. Good. Good, thank you. Anything else anybody would like to bring up? How about we pick our next meeting date then? Huh? March.
Oh, it's coming for us, right?
It is. So, March 12th? Is that okay with everybody?
Perfect.
9 a.m. on March 12th. If I could get a motion to adjourn our meeting today?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Great
thank